Hello there guys, Billabay10k here, bringing you episode 8 of Make a Good 48 Hour Mega Man level contest. We are here in the costume shop because I'm gonna buy another costume, but before we do that, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and if you want to really support the channel, please consider checking out my Ko-fi link down below. But for now, let us get a new costume. We have 200 bolts, and buy the metal costume, and we're gonna do a metal run. I don't know if this changes my hitbox or anything. I can't remember if it did that in Mag Mammal 2, but we're gonna do the next 2 levels in the metal suit, and we're gonna see how it goes. So, let's go. All right, we were on level 98, which was just up here. All right. 98th place, Zunzet, fire armed to the beak, score 31.25, 40, 39, 21, 25. And we've got fire, we have, I'm not sure what those gimmicks are, I see cannons, I see a lot of cannons, let's do it. Okay. Ah, okay, so these little fire gimmicks that we dealt with in that level back in Tier 1 is back. Oh, it's these guys! It's the Woodman ostriches, okay. I like the music here. Really solid music choice. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, interesting little stage transition there. That was a little trippy. But I kind of like what this stage is doing so far. I don't know, there's certainly a bit of interest here. I need that health though. I really need that health. Can Beak pick up items? I can't remember. Do you want to pick that item up for me? No, okay. In that case, I'm gonna rush jet up there just because I think that's the... Actually, no, can't the search snake get up there? Or am I going crazy? Nope, search snake can't grab items, okay. I for some reason I was just, I couldn't remember if it could or not. Ah, that's what the rush jet is. What was the rush coil for metal? Boing. Ah, that's cool. I like that. Not really sure what that Chinken was doing there. Ooh. I was trying to find my way back to the Mega Buster, but I was slightly confused. Oh well, that's just death. I was slightly confused because obviously when you go to the Mega Buster on this guy, it's a different color. That chicken did not need to be there. I'm gonna be real. I am grateful for those spikes just being right there, though, instead of, like, somewhere stupid. Ah, I'm guessing if we went down in that one room, we maybe wouldn't have come this way? Maybe there's, like, alternate paths in this level. I'm kind of curious now. This might actually warrant a slight replay of the level. Ooh. Yeah, because it seems like there was, yeah, there are 2 paths. Well, in that case, I want to know what the bottom path is like. So, yeah, we're going to hop back in, and we're going to do the bottom path as well, because I feel like if we want to make an informed judgment on the level, we should do both paths. Because they both led to the energy element, you can see it there, on just by the way the level is set up. Which I think is really cool. It's a very simple level, but it's actually doing, like, what you would expect from these gimmicks, I guess. Oh! Oh, it isn't! I thought it was a split path. Oh, well, I'm gonna grab this E-tank. I'm grabbing that E-tank if I can. If I respawn at the start, I'm not. Yeah, I'm grabbing that E-tank and then I'm dipping. Okay, I thought there were multiple paths, but no, I guess there weren't. Okay. Well, in that case, let's read the let's read the judges' comments and see what we shall see. All right, Parmesan gave it 8 for design, 8 for creativity, 10 for function, 9 for fun, and 5 for aesthetics. Ugh. I like the idea of the level, but the execution is just underwhelming. First of all, the maze warp doesn't do much, it just exists. Switching between the two sets of graphics is pretty cool, even if the Pharaoh Drillman one doesn't look too good to me. Mixing it with the Waveman pipes is a good idea though. Really, the graphics are a weak point for me. Using a custom set that can combine 2 different types of graphic sets would be awesome, but this just doesn't do that in the end. The fire spikes are frankly obnoxious and shouldn't be used in tight quarters like that with so much going on. I get what you're trying to do, but some of them just barely feel passable. I don't hate the level, but you barely use one of the gimmicks and use the other one poorly. I'd reinvestigate the main theme of the 2 palettes, but overall I'd just start over and this could be a really cool level. Like, the split paths exist, but they just don't do much. Oh, there were split paths. Oh. Shit. Huh. Okay, PK Ouija, 9, 6, 10, 7, 7 for a total of 39. This level has left me confused, scared, and other forms of weird feelings. The maze warps were instant, and that just completely confused me when it happened. Other than that, everything felt so cramped, claustrophobic, and like a mess, and it's so short as well. M. Jacques gave it a 4, a 5, a 10, a 1, and a 1. What? What? This level didn't break me or anything, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I think my main sticking point is the teleporters, which are extremely sudden and mostly seem there as a particularly artless way to ensure you don't have to disparate between sections of level, actually. Wait, let me read that again. Particularly artless way to ensure you don't have the disparate sections of level actually connect. There we go, okay. There's also a split path that doesn't really add anything to the level because rather than having a pair of branching paths that meet up at the start and finish, you have 2 distinct paths that meet up at the very end with basically nothing to differentiate them. Contrast this with common examples like, say, Commando Man stage, where the above ground and below ground routes were distinct in both their challenges and their overall vibes. I really just have no idea what the thought process behind this level was, if there was a thought process behind it at all. I didn't know where the alternate warp was. I'm not entirely sure where the secondary path actually ended up. And Frems gave it a 5, a 6, an 8, a 4, and a 2 for a total of 25. I've played through this a number of times and I'm just as confused as I was the first time. Why are the warps so abrupt? Why does it split into 2 different paths halfway through? Why are there 2 different kinds of spikes lying around for no reason? Why does everything feel so cramped? Why does the level just suddenly end out of nowhere? This level is up there as one of the biggest mysteries in the world because I have no clue how this all works. I wasn't that harsh on the level myself. I actually thought it was somewhat interesting, but I guess they must have screwed up with the maze gimmicks, which I assume is that little icon there with the little baby Mega Man. I guess that means that they didn't use that gimmick very well, and I guess I agree, it was very abrupt. I think maybe if there were like teleporters in the level that you could use, that would have made a bit more sense. Instead, there weren't any graphics there, it was just zoop, and you were there, and then there was nothing you could really do about it. The fire was good at the start. It did get a bit too much towards the end. I liked the use of the cannons and the cannon joes. The chickens were hit or miss. Sometimes they felt like they worked and sometimes they felt like they didn't. But overall, I actually kind of enjoyed it, despite the fact it was a bit short. Did I enjoy it more than this level? I don't know. This level actually... This one was easier. This one was less tedious, so maybe I'll have to give it to this one. Maybe the judges have a point. 97th place, Seth Bones' Abandoned Mine. Score 32.50, 33.44, 22.31. Let's do this. Oh, let me go left. Nothing left. Okay. Ah, that's an interesting enemy type. And we got those guys as well. Love that. Ow. Come on, then. Okay, pretty straightforward, like, opening area now. I'm guessing this is just going into the mine, so let's go. Okay. Very this is all very much Gutsman's palette stage so far, which is fine. And maybe a little bit of Drillman as well. But those are the 2 vibes I'm getting from this at the moment. Oh. Well, I fell, but I got a W tank. I thought I was dead. I thought I was doomed. Hello? I don't know what you are. Ooh. Okay. Okay, fairly simple fight. Come on. How many hits does this guy take? Oh my god. See, when I start trying to, like, charge myself, that's when I make mistakes. I get complacent. I'm curious about what was on the end of those little kind of, like, paths then. The little, like, movement paths. Or maybe I was meant to fall, I don't know. I'm not entirely certain. I'm gonna definitely go back into the level just to check that little bit out again. Just so that I can see if... Okay, the shield attacker is just coming out of nowhere. Gonna skip that last one. Basically the same screen. No! And then I can just avoid those enemies completely. Which then makes me wonder why I put them there in the first place. Wait, there are so many of these little kind of like bats that are kind of flying around. And I'm kind of wondering why they're all here. Oh, there's a little moon. I wasn't expecting Bomb Man, I'm not gonna lie. That was the last thing I was expecting. God, how did you bomb... does this have better Bomb Man AI than the actual Mega Man 1? Yes, it does. Except this AI is even easier to deal with, I think, than the one from Mega Man 1. Oh no. Well, that was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. I need to take a little look. Okay, so shield attackers, the bat enemies, those enemies. Rocks? I don't know what that gimmick there, the little rock gimmick was, but those platforms that move up and down were also apparently a gimmick, and I only saw them in that one room, so I'm gonna quickly go back because I wanna see if there was anything to those in that room or if it was just simply you were meant to fall. I need to know. Well. I might just rush jet over those actually, just so that I'm like, I 100% know what's going on. I don't want to waste too much time, is the best way to put it. Well, at least this is an easy level though. Like, I like this one for how easy it is because it's a nice sort of refresher, it's nice and chill, but then there are little moments like that with the shield attacker where I'm kind of like, that just kind of came out of nowhere. So what's over here? Anything? Oh. It's a second path. We have branching pathways, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit. All right. I mean, I guess that's what this bit was meant to be. The little rock thing, I guess, is kind of like falling rocks. Which, I guess, fair enough. Oh, I see. So I know where he's gonna fall from because I saw, like, the little movements. Yeah. So you can see where he's... I've never seen this boss before. Like, what game is he from? Because all of the... Like, you're not meant to do custom enemies, right? So it has to be from, like, an actual Mega Man game I would know. Really? This was just here for the E-Tank? And then let me guess, you fall down here and... Okay, there's a new checkpoint, and where does this take us? It takes us down here. Okay. Well... I mean... Using the gimmicks on an alternate path that doesn't ultimately help you? I can see why this is ranked low. I understand what the creator was going for, and that really wasn't a bad level by any means. Honestly, it's probably the most straightforward and well-constructed level of the bunch so far. But the point of this contest that I'm getting from the judges' reviews and from the bio I read online is that you are supposed to use the gimmicks and the enemies that you pull out from this mystery box in new and creative ways. If you barely use them, or if you use 2 of your 3 main gimmicks, but they're on an alternate path that you will almost never see, being the falling platforms and the platforms that lower and rise as they move, then you've done something wrong. You haven't understood the assignment. You may have technically hit, like, the bare minimum of the brief, but you haven't exceeded any expectations. And I think that is going to be where I'm assuming the judges are going to dock some points. So let's have a read. Parmesan, 11 for design, 3 for creativity, 9 for function, 5 for fun, and 5 for aesthetics for a total of 33. This really feels like a first level to me, if not a really early try. With that, I want to be generous, but there are some major pitfalls. Most importantly, you use your gimmicks once each, and the rock platform is optional for an E-tank. When making a level, you should take the gimmicks and explore and experiment with them. These just simply exist with no other challenge present. Try mixing them with enemies, or with each other. Even if it doesn't turn out amazing the first time, just try stuff and hopefully something sticks. Also, if you're using the X platforms, it's best to use visual indicators, but frankly, with something this easy, you don't really need it. Although, that would help your aesthetics score. Also, it's weird that the shield attackers have no stop points, so they just hit walls. There's an object that stops them so that you can have more control over their movement. While this level is really underwhelming, I hope you learned a lot from making it, and I hope to see you make another level in the future. It's a very good first attempt at a level, I agree. And I do agree with the shield attackers. Some of them just kind of didn't stop, didn't give you a chance to really react, so you'd always take damage when you enter a room with them, which is kind of a pet peeve of mine when it comes to shield attackers. PKWG, 12 for design, 6 for creativity, 10 for function, 11 for fun, and 5 for aesthetics for a total of 44. Even with 2 paths, it felt so short. It lacked a lot of substance, and most things just felt there. The bats, for example, were just there to look pretty, I feel. They never really posed a threat if you just kept moving. And to keep in line with the short level, I'll keep this short as well, mostly because there's not much more to add. M-Jacques, 2 for design, 2 for creativity, 10 for function, 2 for fun, 6 for aesthetics. Let's just get this out of the way. The box usage in this level is really bad. You can completely miss one of the gimmicks on a normal playthrough, where it's used on all of one screen as the tiniest possible complication to get an E-tank. But the problem with this level is how empty it is. Even with a split path, the level feels totally void of anything, let alone challenge. There are bats in the air, but they just kind of float there. There are some shield attackers that pose more of a threat, but only because they can occasionally ambush you, not because the setups with them are interesting. It really is a level that's just there. And Frems, 7 for design, 5 for creativity, 9 for function, 7 for fun, and 3 for aesthetics for a total of 31. I'm not sure if you remembered that you had box gimmicks, because I barely did. Both platform types appear in a whopping 1 area each, and the rock one is on an optional path. So does this make the rest, does the level make up for the lack of these platforms? No. Boring enemy placement with bats that hardly ever matter if you're not slowing down to look at the slightly mangled hardman textures, and shield attackers put in a way to slam right into you on screen transitions. The fact there are alternate paths is baffling to me because not only does it add nothing to the level, but if you take the lower half, there's no midway checkpoint at all since the checkpoint room just so happens to be part of the upper path. I guess Bomb Man put on a cool costume, but really that's the only memorable thing I could tell you about this one. Yeah, I'm afraid this is probably going to go in the list of levels that I'm just not going to remember come the future, and that's a shame for the creator, but I hope the creator learns from this level and hopefully goes on to make some bigger and better things. So thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and in the next episode, we will head to level 96. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.